I hope everyone can see my screen. This week is about local experts. So I'll do a bit of an intro of what local expert is, and then we'll dive into some of the details. And I'll show you some examples and how you can make the best of it. So let's get started. Local experts. It's a proximity-based advertising for professionals. What does that mean? So essentially, on the app, in addition to tooling, we have a location-based advertising for you. So you have to think of it in terms of two separate apps. There's one for you that it's branded to you, which you can share with your clients, you can market it, you can generate leads through it. However, if a consumer goes on the App Store, and there's a lot of people who go and search for mortgage calculators or mortgage apps, if they go and search for this app and download it, at that point, they're not connected to you yet. So here's an opportunity for you to expose your profile to them. And there are thousands of home buyers that we have on the Canadian mortgage app, and also some of the enterprise apps that we develop. People go and download them directly from the store. It's also a mechanism for consumers to find experts in their area. And this is very similar to Google Maps, just searching for a professional, for a business. We also offer similar power to the consumers. Okay, so that's really all it is. It's just digital ads. Now, how did it start, you may ask? We didn't just say, hey, let's build some advertisement in here and monetize the ads. No, actually what happened is, and I'll tell you a story, back in 2013 actually, when I published the app on the store, I did it for fun, by the way. I just wanted to help other people like myself, which were super confused with the whole process. When I published the app, I started getting questions. People were asking me where to buy, how to get a mortgage. And frankly, I didn't want to answer those questions because I didn't know the answers, and it wasn't my business at all. So I thought about it. So how can I connect these people that use the app with professionals? And I realized that about 20% of the user base on the Canadian mortgage app were actually professionals like yourself, realtors, mortgage brokers, mortgage agents, who were using the app for themselves and for their clients. So it was exciting because now I could build a beautiful digital ecosystem where consumers can connect with the professionals on the same app. Back in the days, it was called Local Services, which was renamed after a couple of years to Local Experts. And this is how it looked, in case you were wondering. This is the iPhone 3G, I'd say. And right there, it's Local Services from the beginning. It's one of the oldest features on the app. Okay, enough about that. Back in the days, there were only a couple hundred consumers. Now we got close to 800,000 organic users on the app, and it's worldwide. Majority of the traffic, obviously, it's in Canada. So you can see that there's about 63 million times the app has been used. And what's really interesting, actually, from all the stats, is that 4 minutes and 11 seconds. That's the average time people spend on the app. And 4 minutes is a long time to spend on an app, especially when it's related to mortgages. It's not a social media, Facebook, Instagram, you're scrolling for hours, but it is more of a budgeting and complex tool that is a bit serious. The other thing that's very interesting is 786,000 doesn't sound much in the world of apps, but what people don't think about is that every single one of these users, at least 80–90% of these users, is actually making the biggest investment of their lives. So this is not like a social media app or an auto trader app where you're looking to spend 30–40,000. This is people are looking to make the biggest investment of their life. So I think it's pretty powerful in that sense. Now, how is this 780 broken down? So I'll give you some stats here as well. And then before we get into the whole local expert, so there's a 76,000 downloads. 25,000 of that is actually mortgage professionals, real estate agents. It's about 4% from 500 different brands. 10,000 of these users are mortgage brokers, mortgage agents. Even we also have a lot of bank employees or bank brokers and advisors that use the app. Altogether, the app has been used 65 million times, and with an average time of 4 minutes and 11 seconds per session, 17,000 reviews. And so 5-star rating, great, 4.8 actually, but it gets really difficult to maintain 5 in those high levels. But 755,000 consumers are on the app. Now, this is a mix between generic consumers and your clients. So I'm introducing the term generic because I want you to understand what this means. The generic consumers are people who are not tied to a specific professional. They've downloaded the app directly from the store without a referral link. And we've generated about 170,000 leads through that. So give you some other stats I have here. There are 24 million Canadians have smartphones. This stats is a little bit outdated, but just hang on with me here. So 24 million, and this is literally the only thing, probably the only thing that we all have in common today. We all have a phone. And actually it's been estimated that there are more phones on this planet than people. Some people have 2 phones. We check our phones 300 times per day. That's almost every 5 minutes. And people who, when they're using their phone, 88% of time is spent actually in apps. So those are some stats you should know about. And I got some older stats from CMAC from 2015, 83% of first-time home buyers research online. I think it's much more now. 42% got pre-approved online. I also think that's more now. And 84% use the mortgage calculator. This was back in 2015. I wonder what it is now. So I'll be looking for those stats, but let's get into the training now.